Well, we're here on the pregame show with Toby Nelson of Foxcroft Academy. Toby, I remember back in the days when I coached in this game, and I won't say where we were, but we were not in air-conditioned dorms here. And what a difference. I mean, it almost makes me want to come back out of retirement and coach in this game again, Toby. Great accommodations here. How many years have you had the Shrine up here?
This is the 7th year we've had them up here now. Of course, with COVID, that's taken out a couple of years. But, yeah, the kids love the dorms. I mean, that's one of the big things. Food and dorms, we always get really high marks on, and, of course, the fields around here as well. So the kids have been in great spirits. Coaches have been in great spirits. It's been a really, really good week, and a good week to have them back here on campus.
Not too hot this week. It's been in the 70s, maybe low 80s, so that's a pretty good week. No thunder showers in the forecast for the most part, so that's been really good as well. And certainly it's a central location now. When you take a look at how this game has grown, we've got teams coming from the county now, so you guys are really sitting in pretty good shape here as far as travel for statewide.
Yeah, if you look at the map of Maine, Dover-Foxcroft kind of is the geographic center of the state, but it really is now football-wise when you're talking Holton, and then next year the team from the Fort Kent area will be coming in the 8-man football. So, we've got kids that have the first time they've been up here. Some coaches have been up here for the first time, or some actually come up quite a bit because they love the area. So it's been really, really good to have them back on campus and just to be able to showcase what we have.
Well, tell us a little bit about some of the things going on here at Foxcroft Academy. Really a jewel.
Yeah, it really is. And we have our new field house that's going to be opening coming up in August, which is going to be it's got a full field hockey and soccer field on the inside. It's turf. Football team will be able to use it. Soccer, field hockey, indoor track, baseball, softball, outdoor track. Basically every sport that we have here at Foxcroft will be able to use it. And it's going to be a truly a community project. So there's a track around the turf. So people in the winter can walk around and really look at recreation around the area. So we have that. Of course, we have the Piscataquis County Ice Arena still going strong, and then all of our fields and stuff around here. So we're very, very fortunate. We say we kind of live in a bubble. And, when you're on West Main Street in Dover-Foxcroft, from the Academy up to the field house and now to the Ice Arena, we really have some nice arenas going on.
Well, thank you for accommodating the Shrine, and good luck with your project, and continued success to Foxcroft Academy.
Thanks very much, Rob. Appreciate you being here.
Get your tickets now for Valley Palooza, a fundraiser for the Travis Mills Foundation. Saturday, July 30th in Hollowell, featuring country superstar Frankie Ballard. Other artists performing include Travis James Humphrey, Breaking Strings, and Nestor Andrus. Food, beer, and wine will be available. Proceeds go to benefit the Travis Mills Foundation and their efforts to support injured veterans. Get more information and tickets now at valleypalooza.ticketleap.com. That's VALLEEPALOOZA.ticketleap.com.
Every time you kiss me, it's like sunshine and whiskey.
We're here with Hunter Hayes playing in this year's Lobster Bowl, and Hunter is out of Leavitt High School. And you have a unique perspective here in this game because you're coached by your dad, one of the defensive coaches, the defensive coordinator. You're playing safety, Hunter. Of course, you've been coached by Dad for a while at Leavitt High School. How's that experience?
You get to see him all the time, but it's kind of like a different perspective on the field. He's like, once he gets on the field, he's very intense, trying to get in people's faces and just bring the energy up. But it's a lot different from when we're at home, when he's just kind of more of a mellow guy.
Well, I've got the opportunity to know your dad quite well. Coached with him in the 04 Lobster Bowl. When I was coaching my son, Nate, your dad, again, was the defensive coordinator. Great football man. He's dedicated a lot of years to this game, and this is something that will be part of his coaching legacy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been coming with him for as long as I can remember. And just, when I really think about football and him, it's more like the Lobster Bowl. So I think
So this Lobster Bowl is not only a game, you're playing with some great players, playing safety this year. How's the team coming together?
We've improved a bunch in just the day or two that we've been here, a bunch of practices, and I think we're really starting to come together more as like the chemistry aspect, and then it's coming along on the field too.
Well, this game goes well beyond what the scoreboard will be, as it's a fundraiser for the Shrine. Congratulations on your outstanding fundraising effort. Certainly one of the top fundraisers in the game this year. Tell us a little bit about your fundraising. I'm sure there's people that you want to thank for your help with the fundraising.
Yeah, just kind of part of like Leavitt football and the community I'm around. We just really like close-knit community, and it's just like a product of our community and everyone coming together.
Well, Leavitt football, certainly one of the great programs in the state of Maine, always does a great job, always well represented here in the Lobster Bowl, both with the players and with the coaches. No different this year. Several coaches from Leavitt.
Yeah, we have a bunch. I mean, I don't even remember how many we had during the season at Levitt, but a lot are like represented here. So.
Well, Hunter, I want to congratulate you, as we said, on your great fundraising effort. Wish you good luck on the field. And what are your future plans?
I'm going to Springfield College, so I'm going to play football there and study physical education.
Fantastic. Probably be seeing you on the sidelines someday, Hunter. That's what we're thinking. Thanks for being with us, Hunter.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
We're back here with the head coaches for this week's game. Dan White, he's coaching with the East. Chris Cates, coaching with the West. Both you gentlemen have been assistant coaches. What years did you play, and what years did you coach?
As a player, 2005. As an assistant coach, 2018, 2017, I think.
And how about you, Dan?
Played in 2003 and coached in 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, and 19.
Quite a lineage there, and we see a lot of that. What is it about this game, Chris, that keeps people like yourself, the players, and then assistant coach and now head coach, coming back year after year?
Well, I think it's the game itself. Being around great coaches, great kids, fundraising for a great cause. I think it's really important for us to keep this game going, and supporting the Shrine Hospital, and it's a great experience to be a part of.
And of course, Dan here, you're on your home turf. That's going to be quite a godsend for the committee. I just talked to B.J. Robbins. He was talking about, hey, I got a question I asked Coach White.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely an advantage, if you will, having the comforts of home. I've never actually lived in the dorms here. I work here, have since 2011. So having the opportunity to be in the dorms this time as a coach is pretty cool. Being with the kids, spending a little bit more time with them that way. But yeah, I mean, certainly I get a few more texts than probably the rest to go run off some copies and print a few more papers or whatnot. But yeah, no, it's great to be home.
Well, I want to ask you a little bit about the X's and O's here. The old coach in me wants to know. Back in the days, I coached between you guys. I coached in the 04 game with Coach County and Coach Marston, who are assistant coaches here still. And it was a 15-14 game. Defensive games back in the early days of the series. I think with the way that the offensive has opened up statewide with spread and all that, the games have taken on certainly more of an offensive flow. How do you put together an offense and a defense? I'm going to ask you both the same question in the course of just like 5-6 days.
Well, I think having smart kids, these are kids that, we're all stars for their teams. These kids pick it up pretty quick. It's not like you're dealing with freshmen that haven't played a lot of football and stuff like that. So install goes really fast. And it's a limited set of packages that you're allowed to do. You can only do eight offensive formations, limited alignments defensively. It really is geared towards the offense scoring points now.
I always thought, Dan, that one of the big jumps that you made coaching-wise was Tuesday to Wednesday. Before Tuesday, the coaches are in panic on, I don't know how we're going to do this. Oh, my God. Oh. And then Tuesday, magically into Wednesday, all of a sudden you see the changes take place and go, hey, we're going to be able to do this.
Agreed. And like Coach said, I mean, these are smart kids. And the other thing is they're very coachable. So the Sunday and Monday feel like a whirlwind for all of us, I think. And then you're exactly right. I mean, today, starting to take shape a little bit more. The defense is always ahead of the offense because, that's just the way it goes. But by, I think today, tomorrow, we start to turn the corner offensively, be a little bit more efficient, and it starts to look like how we intended it to look. So, but the kids being very good, very coachable, smart, as he alluded to, that's a big part of it. And we've got some really great coaches here, too. So, they can slow it down for them, give them plenty of individual time, a lot of instruction. So it starts to come together Tuesday, Wednesday, you're right.
Yeah, in a sense, the head coach of this game is as close as you guys are ever going to get to being college coaches, unless you make that jump, because you can delegate and know that it's going to get handled. You don't have to coach your coaches.
You know, honestly, this week is probably the least amount of coaching I've ever done on a football field, right? And it just, you have head coaches everywhere, and they handle it, right? And, you know, I find that, you know, as a head coach in this game, you're handling all the other stuff, you know, people forgetting stuff that they didn't bring stuff with them, or, you know, having to, you know, deal with the trainers with injuries and stuff like that. So it's kind of a different experience. It's definitely a lot more coaching when you're an assistant than when you're the head coach in this.
Well, thank you for giving back to this game that we all love. Good luck on Saturday. The kids are the winners.
Absolutely.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
Well, we're here with a non-player, but a past player, and now the athletic director for the Shrine for this game. That comes with a huge responsibility, B.J. Robbins. B.J., welcome, and good to be back.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to be having this game again after a couple years away. So we're super, super excited and ready to play some football. So.
And playing football in a different location. Tell us a little bit about how you came to put the game down at Lewiston High School this year.
Yeah, we sent out an agreement to a couple different schools that we thought were all capable of holding a game of this caliber, because obviously we have we have to be able to seat a certain amount of people on both sides, and just, you know, communities that would work for us. And Lewiston's proposal came back perfect for us. It's a perfect location, being central Maine, sure. You know, very close to our shrine temple. You know, we're excited to be there and play on their new field. And you know, Jason's been excellent. Jason Fuller, he's been excellent to deal with so far, and we're excited. We're excited to be there. So.
Well, Jason Fuller, certainly, back in the days that I coached, he was the athletic director for the game. So Jason has a great lineage in this game as a player and as a Shriner. So a perfect fit, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've been blessed. Every facility we've played at has been excellent. So we're expecting the same here, and we're excited about it.
So tell us a little bit about the facility here at Foxcroft Academy. We had Toby on earlier and talked about how he's able to put these kids up. This is a huge undertaking for the Shrine. How many kids, how many total involved? What are some of the logistics that you have to deal with?
Well, about 2 weeks after the game, I'll start on next year's game as the athletic director. It's a lot. You know, we have 191 players here this year, 46 East and 45 West. And Foxcroft is awesome to deal with. Without their help here, it would be impossible for me to do what I do. The facilities, the people, it's just top notch. You know, the dormitories that they have here, they're air conditioned. That's huge. It's nice out right now, but it never fails that this is the warmest week of the year. And the fact that the kids can come out of practice and go inside to a cool room, it's just awesome. The cafeteria is great. Coach White, Dan White, you know, from Foxcroft, he's just right there. I can text him at any time, and he answers any question we need. So they treat us very well here, and we're super happy to be here. Hopefully they'll allow us to keep coming.
Well, we'll give you 2 weeks off between games, BJ, and certainly you're following your dad, who was an instrumental factor in this game. Joe Hersom is also following his dad. So the lineage, the history, all goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty special to be able to work side by side with Dad, that's for sure.
Thank you, BJ. Continued success here with the Lobster Bowl.
Thanks, Coach.
The New England Aviation Academy is Maine's only official service training center and service training partner. NEAA is strategically located at the Brunswick Executive Airport in beautiful Brunswick, Maine, which is on the Atlantic coast and only an hour to the mountains in the western part of the state. The aircraft used by NEAA to train our students and rent to current pilots are all technically advanced airplanes, have the Cirrus airframe parachute system, and are the newest model generation. We train in the best equipment in the marketplace, which not only ensures clients are learning to fly aircraft the industry is utilizing on a daily basis, but also is the safest and most reliable. NEAA's facility at KBXM includes a spacious heated hangar, classroom space, and a private briefing room, which make for an optimal learning experience. So, come fly our 2021 Cirrus SR20 and experience the Cirrus life.
One of the neat perspectives about this game over the years has been the father-son combinations that you often see pop up as coaches and players during the course of this game. I had the good fortune of coaching my sons in this Lobster Bowl Classic, and we're here with the Ledbetters, Donnie, who is coaching, and Will, who's playing quarterback. Donnie, you had a chance to coach Will during the high school years, and now you've got one final time, actually, to coach. It must be a special moment, Don.
Absolutely. You know, Coach Perkins talked to me, and he said, you know, here's an opportunity for you to coach with Will one last time in his high school career. Jumped that opportunity. It's been great. It's been a pleasure to watch his growth and his maturity throughout the years. Came in as a freshman to now as a senior. You know, I'm proud of him, and as a family, we're very proud of him as well.
Well, into this game, you get surrounded by some awesome talent. How have things been coming together here during the week of practice?
It's awesome. Coming together with rivals, schools that you don't even know, all different classes, all different shape sizes. It's been awesome to work with everyone. It's the best of the best from each high school, so you're getting the best cats. So practices are so fun. Team is so fun. Running Skelly 7v7, so fun. So it's really something super cool.
One of the things that I've noted with a few of the people here back in the days when I coached back in the late 90s and early 2000s, it was a defensive game, Coach. Yep. It's changed a little bit. I think it's got to do with the rise of the spread offense and a real key catalyst, I think, to putting an offense together in a couple of days has been everybody plays 7-on-7. So essentially, you come in here, you're familiar with 7-on-7. That really helps put it together.
Absolutely. On the defensive side of the ball, too, I think a lot of people think 7-on-7 is just for the offense, but it's also good work for the defense as well. So it's good being able to get those secondary guys in the correct zones where they need to be, what coverages we want to play, and then the guys just have a chance to compete and get after it during 7-on-7 during practices. So it's good to see.
One of the things about this game that a lot of fans don't realize is you're actually playing a college game. 15-minute quarters gives it a more slinging time out there, kid.
Definitely. As much as we can throw the ball, we're going to throw the ball. With 7-on-7, what's great about 7-on-7 is that with 11-on-11, some of the reads get murky. There's different things you got to worry about. A blitz, you got to worry about pressure. With 7-on-7, it's just you in the secondary. So it really shows you where the zones are not. So 7-on-7 definitely helps out.
Well, this game is geared towards the offense. Defense is regulated, no blitzing, things like that. So your reads are a little bit easier, I think, Will, right?
Definitely. With no pressure, it just gives you more time to process. You're able to take more time to process your reads. You're able to see what coverage are they in, what front are they in. All right, I know there's no pressure, so now I can go through and make my throw.
One of the things this year that's a little bit unique, and I'll ask you both this, is you've got players that have been coming from not 11-man football, but they've been playing the 8-man football. How has that worked out, Coach?
Well, for us, it's just, we just take guys and we just want to see guys compete. We want guys to be athletes, go out there and show what you can do. So even though the field is shorter, there's less guys are still competitive, guys still compete and be in the right positions, and it's great to see guys get out here and get after it.
I would guess, Will, as long as they catch the ball, you'll throw it to them.
Definitely, and 8-man, and believe me, the 8-man guys are coming with fire. They're coming to compete. They're saying we can play 8-man, we can play 11-man, we can play 15-man. It does not matter. They're going to come out and compete, so it's fun to watch them.
They'd play in the street if you let them.
Yeah, they'll play anywhere.
Awesome, guys. Well, relish this one moment that you have as coach and as son. It's one of the great things about this game.
Appreciate it.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Have you heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
Well, we're here pregame for the Lobster Bowl with the State championship, Cape Elizabeth Capers. Sean Green, who's offensive coordinator for the West this year. Caden McDuffie, he won your Fitzpatrick Award for this year. Congratulations on that Fitzy Award. That's a huge award. I was reading about the write-up in the paper there. You came back, but you knew about the award and worked hard towards it, and certainly with the outstanding year that your team had, you leading them to the state championship, that played a big role in people that voted for that. How did it feel when they announced your name for that Fitzpatrick Award, Caden?
It was sort of unreal, but I really owe it all to everybody around me, Coach Green especially. Great coach, the whole staff that he brought in around us, and all the kids that he coached to do their job for me all year long really helped me get there, and it was a huge honor because I did not think growing up, being told about it, that I would ever win that award, but it's nice to have up in a trophy case now.
It certainly is, and certainly Sean Green, you turned this guy loose last year, didn't you? I mean, and he was the talent to turn loose. I always used to say one of the smartest things you can do as a head coach is don't get in the way of talent.
Exactly. I mean, when you have great players like McDuffie, you know, you just kind of got to get out of their way and let them go. You know, they make me look like I know what I'm doing, know what I'm talking about.
Well, speaking of knowing what you're doing here, it's a tough week to come in as a coordinator in this game with limited practice times. How's the West offense coming along?
It's coming along. It's coming along great. You know, having the experienced coaching staff here has been great, especially as a first-year Lobster Bowl coach. The collaboration, whether it be on the whiteboard in between practices or on the field, you know, learning on the fly, getting used to this personnel, working with these coaches has been great. And these kids, you know, they're showing up with purpose and intent every day, which is something that we're speaking on, and they're doing their jobs.
So, Caden, back in the old days, as we old coaches like to say, back when I coached in this game a couple of times, these used to be defensive struggles back in the day. But I really think the spread offense and, more importantly, 7-on-7 has really made it a lot easier to put an offense together in the course of a couple of days. So you finding the kids that you're working with on the West team that are coming in from different offenses are able to meld together and they get the idea of what you guys are trying to do?
Yeah, definitely. So one thing that I'm really noticing is everybody on the squad right now wants to learn. They want to be here. They want to play football. And they're all smart. They're all athletic. And they are all ears, all practice long. There's no joking around. It's serious the second we get out of our dorm room, walk into the locker rooms, and put that pads on. We're out there to do business all week long.
With 4 o'clock kickoff, Munson Media will have that game. You'll see Caden behind the controls of that West offense called by his head coach, Sean Green.